Well, I was going to record putting the motherboard, CPU, and all that stuff in, but there's plenty of videos on YouTube if you want to see that. So I have the old one out, and the new CPU and motherboard are installed. I just have to install my crappy little graphics card. It's the Radeon 6450. And I plan on upgrading eventually, but for now, to get the thing working, I gotta reuse most of the old parts. I didn't think this power supply was gonna do the trick, but it actually runs okay. I reinstalled Windows, and I can't use my IDE DVD burner. So I'm gonna have to maybe get a new one, or where did I put that damn thing? I don't know. I have a USB one, so I might just leave that out and not bother. So with my old power supply, I didn't have a 4 and 4 or 8-pin connector, so I just made up this adapter hooked into a Molex and used the P4 connector that was already on here, and now I have that plugged in and it works pretty good. And if you want to know how I did it, I used one of these +4 cables, and I took out all the original wires, because there's like black, orange, yellow, what is it, red, and that kind of thing in there. And I had another one of these, but it won't fit. So the P4, you can't put two of them side by side because they won't work. So anyway, I just put the wires back into this one and soldered that together, heat shrinked it with a Molex on this end, plug it into a Molex on the power supply, and it seems to work fine. So eventually I will upgrade my power supply, but for right now, like I said, I don't really have the money. I already spent more than I could afford just to get the board and the CPU, so for now, this is going to have to do the job. So I'm going to finish hooking this stuff up. And like I said, I already installed Windows, and all I got to do is go in and reinstall some of the drivers, some of the software that I had on it, put all my YouTube folders and stuff like that back, and I'm going to try to get my copy of Mountain Lion working, or install a fresh copy of Mavericks, which is probably what I'll do, install Mavericks, but I'm not sure I'll be able to get it working on this AMD system, but I'm hoping so. If not, I'll take my old motherboard, put it in a new case, and just have a dedicated Mac system. So anyway, I gotta get this thing done and start installing some software, because it's 8 p.m. right now, and I'd like to kind of test this thing out a little bit tonight. Oh yeah, and I only have 4 gigs of RAM in this, so gotta upgrade that too. So there's a little bit more money to spend, but that'll be a little later on, a couple months from now or something.